All right, good morning, students. Hope you guys are well. Thank you for being early. I see a lot of you guys joined early, so hopefully you guys have seen the chat. All right, so we've got a lot to cover this morning, so I'm going to hand over to Dr. Chetty, who's going to welcome you all, and then we're going to kick off with the program for the day. Over to you, Dr. Chetty.
Thank you very much, David, and a very good morning to all our students that are joining us early on a Saturday morning. Welcome to the exam training, Basic Skills for Online Exams. As you are getting ready for the upcoming exams, I know in a few days' time you will be starting. We really want to look at how do you prepare yourself technology-wise in terms of the online skills that you need. I know that many of you are busy studying in terms of your discipline competencies, your discipline knowledge, the different subjects that you're engaging in. But because we are moving into an online assessment, it also means that we need to acquire some critical online digital skills. Now, one of the major challenges that many students have when it comes to the exams is specifically the proctoring tools that will be used by UNISA. So if your modules are being proctored, one of the elements that we will cover today in these training sessions is proctoring, the different types of proctoring, what does it mean for academic integrity, why we actually need these examinations to be proctored. Now, the main goal behind these sessions is really for you to master those skills so that when you get into the examination, you have one less stress to worry about in terms of the technical side of things. And we're hoping that these training sessions will benefit you. So in terms of the colleagues that are training you, the colleagues David, Richard, and Erica, and the rest will be joining on shortly. These colleagues have been training students right from 2020, so they know exactly what the system is, the kind of competencies that the students need. And I think more critically, they also know the challenging areas that students face. And I think that's important because they will be able to provide you with some of those critical things that you need to focus on, where your challenges might lie. And with more than four years of experience in the space, they can tell you exactly what you need to focus on in terms of the digital competencies that you need. So with that said, we wish you all the best as you prepare for your upcoming examination. From our side, the Academic Development Open Virtual Hub, which prepares students for examination, we simply want to say that we know you can pull this out. We know you can pass your modules, so stay focused. Stay resilient, push through, and remember that any success always starts with preparation. So prepare well in advance, even for your proctoring tools and online assessments as well. Prepare, try the different mock exams, get familiar with the space, and enter the examination fully confident that you can navigate the digital spaces. With that said, thank you so much, David, for steering and leading the session this morning. We appreciate that. Let me hand back over to you. Thanks, David.
All right, thanks, Denzel. And once more, good morning, everyone. So guys, this is how we are going to help you guys prepare for your exams. So as you can see on the screen, we've got step one, which is preparation, where we really do look at how to access the support site where all the resources are available for you. I have posted it in the chat and I've pinned it as well. So maybe it's a good idea just to copy and paste that information and keep it safe. We're going to look at the proctoring lookup tool, how to import your My Modules photo, which is very important, the devices that you can consider using, and then, of course, all the different types of proctoring tools, the three of them that we're going to demonstrate today. Then we've got writing exams. So this is where you can access your exams, the actual exam that you're going to do, the type of exams that you can expect, and also why academic integrity is so important. And then step three is the support, okay? So all the support functions from the regions to the student support contact center, students with special needs, and of course, Lawazi, the online assistant as well. So we are going to delve in quite a lot of information. So as you guys can see with our course, we do have a pre-course assessment. So we do ask you guys to complete these courses. So when I show you where it is, just take note of it. I have posted this in the chat as well. This information is actually very important for us just to help us understand where are you before you do the course. And then at the end of the course, you will have a post-course assessment, and that's where you actually really tell us how much did you learn, how comfortable you are, and what areas do you feel that you still need a support in, and that type of thing. So that will definitely help us with the development side of things. I will share this link again, so don't worry if you didn't get it. I know you might just be using your smartphone, so it's difficult to do a QR code when it's on your QR code. on your phone. So yes, I will share this again in the chat. So please do look out for the links that I've shared already. All right, so let's get on with it, guys. So step 1, preparing for the online exam. Okay, just a quick one. If you're having sound problems, you can join our YouTube stream as well. Just in case, I have posted the link in the chat. So just in case you are having any sound problems, that's your alternative option that you can use. All right, so let's have a look, guys. So the first thing we're going to tackle is how do we get to the support site that I'm referring to? Okay, so in the myExams guides, it's available. There's the web address at the bottom. I have posted in the chat, but I'm going to show you how to get there. The whole idea here is, guys, that we put a course site for you that you can access and where all the materials are sitting. So as you guys can see, it takes you through all the different elements of proctoring. There are the recordings as well on the website, the FAQs, and also how to get assistance. So all the information I'm sharing with you is on this site. So let me quickly show you guys how to get there. Okay, cool. You can basically copy this address, or you can simply just type it in. In my case, I'm just going to go to adovh.unisa.ac.za. If you haven't been to this website before, guys, this is an open platform that's part of our work that we're doing, and it really has a whole bunch of courses that you can go do, co-curricular activities that are free, that are open to anybody, and you can actually engage all these materials, like learning how to use your smartphone efficiently. There's the one we're tackling today, myExams, and then of course like AI masterclass as well. So we've got a lot of information here. But these courses, as I said, guys, it's free. So maybe after exams, if you've got time, there's a perfect opportunity to work through all these other courses that are available. And we will be having later in the year some more training on these as well. So today we're tackling myExams. So I'm just going to click on it anywhere in the banner. And the nice thing is, guys, just like with your myUnisa login, this system will use exactly the same process. So the first time you click on it, it's going to say, all right, you need to do a quick enroll, not a problem. Just click on continue. And then you'll see the screen will pop up. So if you're not a student, you just say no, and you can create an account. But I doubt there's any non-students attending myExams training. So in that case, you all should be saying, yes, I am a student. And then it'll be just like your My Modules login. You'll then see the link over here, and you'll just click on it. So this is exactly the same you're doing already. It's not that different. And then you'll be able to log in. Right, so I'm just going to give a few seconds, and then as you can see, the course site's loading up. There we go. All right, so in my case, because it remembers me, basically, I don't need to type in my whole MyLife email address and all that. And there we go, guys. So as I said, very importantly, you'll access the page, right, to the home page. It'll start looking like this. There's our email address as well. So then on the left-hand menu, so if you don't see this menu over here, you'll just click on that little guy and you'll see the menu will pop up. And as you can see, we start from the very beginning of doing the pre-course assessment. You'll see it's a Microsoft form that you simply go fill in. Takes you 2 minutes, very, very quick to do. And then you've given us some information about who you are, where you're at with your exams preparation. And then, of course, you can continue with the course. And you'll see it's broken down into lessons, so it goes systematically through everything that you need to learn. Okay, so this is really what we're going to work through this morning. And then from here, you guys must please go and practice it, work through it, and then do the practice exams, or what we call the mock exams, because that will definitely assist you getting comfortable. So that's the first step. That's the most important thing, is to get to the site, because this is where you're going to get all the information that you need. All right, so before you even look at proctoring, there's 2 things you need to do. Your profile picture and also the exam lookup tool. Those are very important. I see the emails are flooding in already about how do I do this. Okay, so the first thing, guys, it's very important, is that you must upload a profile picture. But remember, this is only on myUnisa. Okay, so on the myExams platform, you will not see this option for profile and editing the profile at all. It's only on myUnisa where you can upload your profile picture. So that's very important. Then the second thing is, okay, so there we go. So we actually give you the steps. So I'm not showing you the steps right here, but I'm just showing you this is basically the process that you would follow. And once you've uploaded your profile picture, immediately you should see your profile picture updating itself. So let me quickly show you that before I get to the proctoring tool. So I'm just going to quickly zip down to lesson number 3, and there you'll see uploading your profile picture. So if you want to know the steps that you need to follow, there it is under lesson 3, uploading your profile picture. And there we go and explain to you guys in very nice steps that you can go follow. You go to my UNISA, you notice where we're going. Go to my modules, you click on your name. See, currently no picture. You click on profile. You'll see it looks something like this. You should see your email address. You shouldn't see anything there. Or if you've got an older picture, maybe you want to replace it, no problem. You click on edit. And then 1, 2, 3, you simply go select your file. All right, so you have to go find it, obviously, wherever you saved it. You should see it appearing already. If it isn't portrait and it comes out landscape, then you might just need to edit it in any editing software that you have on your device. And then just make sure you save it as a portrait. And then you say upload. And immediately you should see your profile picture appearing, like you can see mine over there. So that is a very, very quick thing to do. Won't even take you that long. You don't have to worry about the picture itself, guys. You don't have to go put makeup on and hair and all sorts of things. Just a nice, simple picture of yourself. If you want, like this guy smiling, it's not a problem. Just make sure you upload a profile pic. If you want to watch the video, how to do everything I've just showed you, we do have a video for this as well. So you can then just go watch it if you want to go that route. So that's totally up to you. So uploading a profile pic, very importantly, I can actually see, guys, if I go look here, unfortunately, that is not a profile pic, just like mine. So yes, so if you're going to be doing this, guys, I can see a lot of you guys do not have a profile picture in place. Aha, there's one at least. Thank you. Okay, so some of you guys have got some profile pics to do. You might just need a little bit more of a close-up over there. Okay, so that's quite good to see, guys. Not that good to see, come and think of it. So yeah, so let's have a look at those profile pics, eh? But don't worry about it right now. You can do it afterwards. Okay, I see a couple of you guys are asking for the links. I'm just going to post it again for you. So guys, copy all these links down. I think that will be very useful because everything I'm covering today is all given here. All right, super. So then the second thing we need to look at, fine. So we do the profile pic, done. Next thing is, which proctoring tool am I going to use? I'm just going to maybe just do this, make it a little bigger, because I'm going to be jumping around a lot. So the proctoring tool, guys. So yes, so sorry, Denzel, some of the other colleagues won't be joining us this morning. I got a few apologies that did come through. So just take note of that. Sorry, I should have told you already. Okay, cool. All right, so proctoring tool is very important. Now look, by now the exam timetables have probably been sent out, so you should have some information there and from your lecture as well, just to say which proctoring tool should you be using. Now remember, you're not going to do all 3 of them, right? It all depends on the module. So it's one proctoring tool per module, if it has a proctoring tool. Okay, so let me go back to the site again. So just under profile pic, where I just did all these steps, now I've done that. Then the next little page is proctoring tool. So if I click on it, I'm going to give it a few seconds and then it'll load up. All right, so then all you need to do is type in your module code. So let's put in ENG because I know there's quite a few of those. For example, if you're doing this module, ENG 1511, it's what they call a take-home assignment. We'll still discuss this a little bit later, what that is. And you're going to use the Invigilating app. So then you know, all right, that's one proctoring tool I'm going to need to go and practice, play around with to see how it works. And there are the proctoring tools. So don't worry, they're right next. So you can see the logical flow that we've got here, guys. Let's try another module. Let's see any ICT modules. None. INF. INF. Okay, great stuff. So there, this module, for example, is going to use iris proctoring. So that's one of the tools. See, that's that one over there. So that's the most important thing that you're going to need to do. Now, a lot of you guys say to me, on my exam timetable, it says per module or per department. All right, that basically means you're not going to have one of these tools to use. However, go check the announcements and go check your tutorial letter, because you would have a different type of assessment. It might be a portfolio, or your module might be what we call continuous assessment. So therefore, it's a different setup. You will not be doing one of these exams with proctoring. So please, please, please go and check myUnisa. Go to each module and check those announcements, because all the information you guys are really asking is always actually sitting right over there. So for each module, go check the announcements. Okay, because that's very important. So yes, so that's important. Okay, so guys, proctoring tool, go and check what ones do you need to go and study, because you don't need to do all three. Just an interesting note, IRIS, guys, is only for CSET students and the CAS students, so it's very specific to that college, and there's a couple of modules that actually use it. Okay, so it's most likely for all the other students, you're going to be doing one of these two, which we're still going to look at. Okay, so you've done two things now. Got my profile picture sorted. Now I know which proctoring tool I'm going to need to go and first check out, see how it works, and then go and practice it. Right, so let's continue. I know this is the first time for a lot of you guys, so before we get to the proctoring tools, let's have a look at some of the devices, because that's the most important thing. With your device, if you've got a smartphone, guys, please make sure it's not older than 5 years, because the technology moves very, very fast. So it will be harder for you to use something that's really, really outdated. So ideally, if you do have a smartphone and that's your choice, that's not a problem. You just need to make sure then the proctoring tool works and do the practice test so that you're comfortable. Make sure it's updated. I can't stress that enough. Make sure it's updated with the latest updates of the operating system, as well as the web browser like Google Chrome. You need internet access, definitely. Check out your space, the space requirements of your device, because it also will need a little bit of space. So don't fill it up with all your pictures and videos, because that means you don't have enough space. Make sure the camera, microphone, and sound is working perfectly. So if you don't have one that's not working, it's okay to borrow somebody else's for that day. But please make sure you use that device for the practice exam or demo test, so that you know the device is working beautifully. If you do have a desktop or a laptop, that can also work. It is more ideal, to be honest. With IRIS, you can only use a desktop or a laptop. It does not work on a smartphone, so just take note of that. Again, Windows 10 or the latest, you need internet. The nice thing is with the Microsoft 365, which you guys have access to, that's where you log in with My Life. You've got access to all the Microsoft products because you're a registered student. Try to use Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge, guys. These are the two browsers that we do support, and we've tested them and they work well, but just make sure they're up to date. But it normally does it automatically. And then, of course, again, working camera, webcam, microphone, not headsets, not those type of headsets that have got microphones built in. You can't use those ones. Sound and Wi-Fi as well. Okay, so those are the devices that you can use, but now you've got the opportunity to go test out the device that you want to use to make sure it's working before you even get to the proctoring side of things. All right, so let's continue. So proctoring tools. The first one we've got is Moodle proctoring. Now, guys, just a quick thing on Moodle. I know UNISA loves to market the Moodle element. Please take note, the Moodle app, the one that you can download from the Play Store, is not used at all by UNISA. That's just a generic app that is available that's based on the Moodle learning management system. You don't have to use it. You actually shouldn't use it at all. Rather download the official UNISA app that you can find in the Play Store and also over the show. And that one you can actually use for your studies. So avoid the Moodle app as such, okay? Just take note of that. Also, we do have Mobile Learning Masterclass. I did show you right in the beginning on the ADOB website. You can also go to that course just to check how you can make your device as efficient as possible. There's quite a nice thing on device care that really can allow you to sort of maximize your device's potential and make sure it's working as best as possibly can before your exam. So go ahead and check that out. I'll actually share the link as well later in the training. So Moodle proctoring, the nice thing with it, it's built in. The only difference is you just need to enable it in your browser. Okay. Then the other thing is, I'll just see my phone was buzzing, Invigilating app. So that's the one that's for take-home exams, and I'm going to show you how that one works today. We've also got a nice video for you so you can actually see it practically demonstrated. Then we're also going to look at Iris, but as I said, it's only for CSET and CTA students, and it can actually do both of them. But yes, so that one is a little bit more specific. But generally speaking, most other students, it's going to be the top two that you're going to use. Okay, Moodle proctoring, very easy to set up, very easy to test. You might have done it in some of your assessments already. It's usually only for multiple choice questions. And what it does is it just basically takes pictures of you and it uses your profile pic that you saved on myUnisa, right? myUnisa, that one. It uses that to make sure that it's you writing the exam. Okay, that's why it's so important. So your device does need to have a camera or a webcam. So that's important. All right, so let's go have a look. How does this one work? So I'm going to go back now to my Adobe website and you'll see it's the next lesson. So I'm still in lesson 3. So it's the next point, which is Moodle proctoring. So I'm just going to go click. So the nice thing is, guys, if you get to the site, all the information is already here. Now you can just work through it. It won't take you that long, maybe 2 hours max, and then you will have a very good idea of what to expect. Okay, so with Moodle proctoring, the nice thing is it's built into our Moodle platform. Although we don't call it Moodle, we actually call it myUnisa or myExams, but it's based on the Moodle LMS. So the nice thing is, guys, it's built in. So there's nothing for you to do as long as your webcam is working. If you don't have a working webcam, then you need to get a device that has one. Hey? Also take note of this little section here. With your device, you can actually change the rotation and you can then go play around and see how does it look. If it's vertical or horizontal, landscape or portrait, how does it actually look on my screen and what would work better for yourself? Okay, because I know screens or smartphones are quite small, so that makes it a little bit more tricky in terms of how it's going to view on your screen. So yeah, play around with that as well. If you have a laptop, that would be the most ideal thing, but it's understandable. Not everybody's got laptops. All right, so how does it work? Okay, so your MCQ, it looks something like this. This is the icon you're going to see. So when you log into myExams, and I'm still going to show you this, you'll be able then to go to your module, and then you'll see this little guy will be waiting for you. It'll only open when the exam opens, okay? So, but you can still see it, that's the important part. So the first thing is you'll see it. Once it's open, you'll click on it. It'll give you some sort of information to say this is your exam, the date, the time, how much time you've got, all that type of information. You'll click on the attempt button. Immediately, once you click on it, you should see this little guy popping up. Now, if your device, and if you do the practice exam, it might pop up the very first time because you're reminding the system. So the next time you go there, it might automatically start up. Okay, so that also makes it good if you go and practice the exam because that will help the device remember where you're at. Okay, so you do need to allow it, guys. If you block it, then you're going to have to re-enable it as well. But don't do that. Right, so once you allow it, okay, your screen should still be waiting for you. You will have to then click on attempt quiz. It'll immediately pop up this little pop-up window. So you should be able to see yourself immediately. And then you have to tick this little block here to say that it's you, that you're going to do all the right things, basically. Then you click on start. Once you start, the exam process will open. So on the bottom sort of corner, depending on what device you're using, you basically see the webcam taking pictures. If you're using a smartphone, you'll just see there's a little option there. If you click on it, then you'll see the screen. So again, this is why the practicing, playing around is so important with your device. Because remember, you can go do this as many times as you want. Right, then here's the fun part. We've got the video for you as well. So you can actually just go watch those steps, but in terms of a video as well. So you guys, we make it flexible for you. So if you prefer to follow steps or prefer to follow the video, totally up to you. Right, once you've gone through all this and you're super comfortable, right, then we want you to practically go and do a mock exam. And you can do this, I think it's 10 times, but I'm sure after the first 3 or 4 times, you'll be very comfortable. So what I'm doing is I'm clicking in on it. Okay. So you'll see now there's another page that opens. You'll see it's a separate course on its own. So you might need to click on that enroll button again. Okay. But again, once you click on it, you should immediately come here. Then you're just going to scroll down a little bit. You'll see there's a more button. Sometimes it's sort of hidden away. Just take note, but there's not much information there. You won't see that, but you will see mock exam. Okay, then you go click on it. And now immediately what's going to happen? Can you see that little red thing is popping up? And you can see it over here. Because it's remembering me, guys, it's immediately going to say, I want to use your camera. That's the nice thing. Google Chrome is remembering that I said I can do it. So therefore, it's now going to allow you to use the camera. So that's very important. If you do block it, then you're just going to click on reset permission. And then you can click on this little guy again. Give it a few seconds. Or you might just need to click on refresh the page. I think, yeah, normally just refresh the page works. And then the camera will then engage again. Okay, and there you can see it's engaging. Very, very important. Now, also, if you're a Mac user, you might just need to do a little bit of searching for the setting to enable your webcam. Okay, I know it is there. I have helped a few students, so please just go and have to do a little Google search or use your AI model how to enable your camera. Okay, so this page, guys, is pretty much the similar thing that you're going to see when you're doing your exam. It's going to give you the open, the close, all the information. Okay, it won't have any links in, but you will have exam rules. Okay, remember, guys, this is an exam. So I know a lot of you guys say, can I have an open book or can I look at things? Can I change the tabs, open other tabs? Remember, it's an exam, so you have to follow the rules that they're giving you. Otherwise, you'll get flagged. All right, then I'm just going to, in my case, it's going to say continue because I already had started. So I'm saying, okay, fine. Immediately, there we go. Now you can see me. I'm in a hotel room. So yep, so there I need to validate it. Otherwise, you'll see that button's not available, hey? So you do need to do it, otherwise it will block you. So the very first thing it's seeing is this. Now I'm going to say start attempt. Give it a few seconds, and then the exam was going to kick off. So you can see this is actually very easy to do. The nice thing is, as long as your webcam is working, then it will go through. I see it's a little bit slow. I think we've got a lot of people probably doing this already. I know exams have kicked off. There's a lot of other training happening. They just got to be a little bit patient. Of course, the internet at the hotel isn't the greatest. It's a little bit sluggish. Okay, so once this thing, there we go. Once it kicks off, then you'll see your exam will open. So there you see me, there's the webcam, and now it will take pictures every 30 seconds or whatever it does. So in the background, it'll do it. So you just ignore it, basically. You go focus on the questions, and you continue with the exam itself. Now, for a mobile user, you might only see this portion of your screen. No, I can wait, it's fine. So you might only see this portion of your screen. Okay, so on your mobile phone, there's a little button on the sort of side. If you click on it, then it'll open a page where you'll see the webcam itself. But don't worry, long as you know it's enabled and it activated itself, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to get to this point. Right, this one, that's perfect. Why? You can see my lighting here is pretty terrible. And if you move too far away, it's going to give you the same message. So don't worry too much about this. Okay, with our demo exam, it seems to be super sensitive, but you can see where my eyes are, it's actually very dark. So it's definitely not going to pick me up. So you have to really play around with this. There we go, it's getting a bit better. If I grab the curtain a bit, will that help? Is it going to help, camera? Okay, but yeah, so just, yeah, take note of it, but try to ignore it because it will be taking pictures of you. Of course, you can't block your webcam. Okay, you can't do that because that will be illegal. All right, so you mustn't do that as part of the rules. So yeah, there we go. So go and play around with this, guys. Use the device. Make sure you enable it. Work through. I know it's a very simple little question, but don't panic too much about this. If you're in good lighting and you can see yourself clearly, just ignore it. Our demo testers seem to be way more sensitive than the actual one. Okay, so that's Moodle proctoring in a nutshell. Very quick to do, as you guys can see. I'm just going to leave the page completely. And there we go. So it's not much to install, actually. So it's just a matter of getting your camera inactive and then carrying on with the test itself. But make sure you've done the profile pic, because that's very important. Now, the next guy that we get to is the Invigilating app. Now, this is a little bit different. The reason being is the Invigilating app is only for take-home exams, okay? You hopefully, I know a lot of the lecturers now are using this for the assignments as well, which is great because at least then you get a feel for it. All right, so this one you're going to need to download. So that's why you need to have some space on your smartphone only. You need some space, download. It's only a few megabytes, very small. And then, yes, you can actually then go and test it out. It only runs on your smartphone, guys, so no laptops, no tablets, only on your smartphone. You're going to have to download it. You'll see all the Play stores do have it, and the icon looks like this little guy, hey, this little L. So make sure this is the right one. It also does take pictures, so it's got a little bit of a different setup. You're going to scan, you've got scripts, things like that, that you're going to need to do. You're going to need to have your ID or your drivers. Let me quickly grab my student card if I can find it. I had my staff card here somewhere. You know what? I'll use this one. All right. I need an example, but anyway, I'll show you now. You need to upload your script. Okay. There's two places you're going to need to upload your script. That's also important to remember. The Invigilating app side, you need to upload, and we'll show you how this process works. And on myExams portal, you need to upload. So the same place you download your question paper, you're going to need to upload your question paper. Okay, so take note, this one's different. You've got two things that you need to do at the end of the exam, but don't worry, we're going to show you how it works. Then we've also got a dedicated WhatsApp number. Now you can't call it, it's only for messaging, and I have tested it out. These guys do respond fairly quickly. So please make sure you save this number, okay? It is in our course site as well. It's also there, so don't panic if you don't have pen and paper with you. But if you're using this app, make sure you've got this information available. So just in case. All right, so there it is. Okay, so how does the Invigilating app work? Now, when you guys are going to write your exam, they generally give you licenses. So if you try today to download the app and log in and create an account, it's probably going to say to you, you don't have a license issued to you yet. Remember, it's way too soon. The licenses are issued 4 days or closer to the exam itself. Then you can actually go and do the demo and practice this one. Unless you've done it already with one of your assignments, then it's different because then you've already got access. But if you haven't yet and you're going to use this one, just take note of that as well. Okay, so what devices are needed? So here's the options here. If you've got 2 devices, that's great. That's the ideal situation. So you use myExams, you got your tablet or your PC or your laptop, you run just the myExam side of things, but on your smartphone only, you run the Invigilating app. If you only have one device, then you pretty much do everything with the device itself. And we'll see how that works, okay? All right, so here we go. How does it work? 72 hours before your first exam. It could be 72 hours or maybe 5 days, depending how many licenses they issue. Then you can access the app. So if you can't do it today and your exam's at the end of May, don't panic. The important part now is that you can see what you're going to do, how does it work, so that you've got an understanding, and when you get that license, then you can go do the mock exam. And remember, the mock exam, for this one, you can do as many times as you want. All right, and we've got the videos and everything to help you. So for now, if you don't have access, don't panic. just see how it works, and then you'll be able to have a good understanding. Then with the steps of the app, you're going to calibrate your device. So we'll explain that now. And then, of course, you go test the experience with the mock exam. Okay, so when it's time to create your account, all right, you can go try this out and just see if it does pop up the error saying your university hasn't registered you yet. If it has, then you just need to be a little bit patient and wait for the date to get closer to your exam date, and then you try again. So once you've downloaded the app, you're going to start it up. It looks something like this. You're going to type in, no, you're not going to type anything in. You're going to say, I don't have an account. Don't use the Google option, guys, because you need to use your My Life email, all right? So you have to say, don't have an account. Let me just put my presenter on here quickly. So this little guy, I don't have an account. You click on it. Then it's going to say, all right, fill in all your information. Also, very importantly, type in your My Life email account. So please make sure you've got that correctly. It's captured. Student number at mylife.unisa.ac.za. No .coms, .orgs, or good Lord knows where you guys find it. Please, that's the wrong addresses. The right one only. Student number at mylife.unisa.ac.za. Also, you are going to create your own password. Here's a suggestion. Rather use the same password as your My Life password, so that it just makes it easier for you to remember. Okay, that's a suggestion from my side. It will make life easier for you, but you're going to create your own password. But that's my suggestion. Then once you've completed the steps, you're going to need to verify your account. Okay, so you're just going to click on, oh, they will send you an email. So please check your spam or junk email or promotions folder. Sometimes it might end up there. It's very quick, so it does come through quickly. But just check. Once you get that code, you're just going to type it in. Let me show you how that looks. So it'll be something like this, right? So it'll say, hello, here's your My Life, and it'll give you this code that you're simply just going to type in or copy and paste in. All right, very straightforward. Then what you do is you're going to click on accept. All right, and then it'll say, welcome to the Invigilating app. Now, the very first thing it's going to do is going to run through a process of testing your device. We call it calibration. So it's perfectly normal, but it's a nice way just to test that your app is working well with your device that you're going to use. Remember, only your smartphone. So it says, welcome, you're going to say continue. Then it's going to say, okay, I need to access your library basically, but in terms of the music, the videos, that type of thing, your media. All right, because remember, it's going to need to save information. So you got to say allow. Then it's going to say, all right, great, thank you. Now we're going to say continue. If you say not allowed, you can't continue. So then it'll say, okay, let's quickly set up your device. First thing it's going to do is let's do a selfie check. So it's going to want you to take a picture of yourself. So it's going to use your front side camera. It's going to say, okay, you say continue. It's going to say attention. Now we're going to take the picture, and then it's going to pop up looking like this. So you need to put your face inside of this white sort of area. Okay, so you're going to play around. Oh, you guys know how to do selfies. What am I saying? All right, so there you can see my colleague with an owl in her face. So you get it in there, you hit this little button, all right, it'll take a quick snap. Then it's happy. Then it'll say, fine. The next thing we want to do is please take a picture of your student card or your ID, smart ID. All right, great. Click continue. There's my colleague there. So just put it down on the table. In his case, he's got a nice one. You put it down, you take the camera, make sure you get a nice quality picture. Then you just click on take picture. All right, so that's something that's very important. So when you're taking pictures, make sure you get a very good quality picture. The app has got it built in, so that's great. But just make sure the lighting in the room is good so that when you take that picture, it's clear. Because if it's not very clear, it's going to make it difficult for the markers to mark your work. Then you can scan a document. So first thing I did is we did a selfie. Now I've taken a picture of, let's say, an ID card. Now the third thing it wants to do is, okay, let's scan some documents. Can be any document, anything you at all. A tutorial letter is fine. So again, you're going to put it on the table. You're going to put the app over it, like you're taking a scan. And then once it will try to pick up the page, all right? It will tell you to be steady. And then once it's done, you'll just click on the button and it'll take a picture. All it's busy doing, guys, is testing your device. All right, that's the process we're going through. Then it wants to check the microphone. All right, so you'll click on start. You'll hear this ping noise come through, and you can hit on test sound a few times. It's very loud. It goes ping. So you can put your volume a little bit softer if you want. If you did hear it, say yes. If you didn't hear it, then it's a problem. That means something's not working. So usually it's yes, and then you should be able to use it. Now, when you get to this one where it says the master photo, now this is quite an important selfie. So guys, don't mess around with this one. Keep your face straight, your hair and makeup, don't worry about it. Just look neat and tidy, it's fine. Because the master photo is what's going to be saved in the app. And that's the one it's going to use to against the myUnisa one to make sure that it's you writing the exam. So that's where that myUnisa one becomes so important. So make sure you take a nice selfie of yourself. It's got AI that's running to check that it is you. Then you're just going to take a master selfie, okay? And that's a once-off. If you make a boo-boo here, then you're going to contact the WhatsApp number that I gave you right in the beginning, and I'll share it again, that you ask them to remove it so you can re-add your master selfie. Okay, so it's very important. Right, so once you get to that point, guys, you've done your collaboration and it's working beautifully. Your device is working. It's gone through all the tests. And then it's basically going to get you a point that looks like this. So this is really what you're going to see every time you start at the app. It's going to be waiting for you to say, okay, we've done all those ticks. It's a once-off. They're finished. What do you want to do? Do you want to scan or do you want to start an assessment? What do you want to do? So when you click on Start Evaluation or Invigilation, then it's going to say, all right, I need a QR code, or you can type in the QR code as well. Now, with your exams, your lecturer will give you the QR code before the exam so that you obviously then will just scan it in or type in the code itself. With the demo test, the QR code is built into our web page. So when you go to that web page, you will actually see it there and the code itself. So you can play around with both and see which one works for you. When you click on scan the QR code, it's going to basically use your device's camera to be able to scan the QR code. It's probably the easiest way to do it because it's click, click, and it's done very quick. Then it should pop up your profile pic and it should confirm, is this you? Okay, so it wants you to confirm, to validate that it is you writing your assessment. Then you say yes. Right, assessment about to start, and then it's going to give you that little ping noise. Okay, we are running the demo. The nice thing with the demo, guys, is it's only like 8 minutes. So it's very quick, but it goes through all the things that you need to know in those 8 minutes. Okay, so it really is going to show you all the different type of things that you're going to need to do with the app. And that's why I said the demo, you can do it as many times as you want so that you can get comfortable, that you can practice scanning the pages, which is quite important. Right, so once you click on start, then it's going to start something like this. All right, it says script upload, continue. All right, so in other words, what they're just warning you here is that it will do a simulation of uploading the script. Just remember, that's the one thing that you're going to need to do is upload the script on the app, and it's built into the app. And the other thing is to upload it on myUnisa as well. So yeah, so that's why it's just warning you. There is a little bit of a script that you're going to do. Also, you cannot leave the app, guys. You cannot close it. You cannot block it. You can't do all those things. It needs to stay open and running. So ideally, please check your device's settings to make sure it doesn't lock the screen. It's just a matter of using Google. You can quickly see how with your device to disable that option or make it extend that option for the time period. Make sure your phone is charging if it's possible, but do not leave the app, okay, because that will be flagged then, especially if it's more than, I think, 10 minutes is the max. Otherwise, then you get into trouble. Another question that comes up, if I need the toilet, what do I do? It's fine. Take the app with you. It does not record non-human voices, if I can put it that way. Okay, so in that case, it's not a problem. You don't have to feel embarrassed or anything like that. If the dog is barking, not a problem. If the lawnmower is cutting grass, not a problem. It only picks up human voice. That's where it might get flagged. Again, don't worry too much about that as well, because if you do get flagged, guys, and they can hear someone saying something, it could be your mom walking in and forgetting you're writing the exam and saying to you, "Do you want coffee?" That's got nothing to do with your exam. It might get flagged because there is another human voice, but when a human listens to it, they'll say, "Oh, okay, that's what was said, that this is not a problem." Then it's not an issue at all. Okay, it's only when we talk about the exam questions, then it becomes a bit of a problem, a big problem. Okay, so please don't leave the app. Let it just sit next to you if possible and let it be open. Then it's going to say to you, all right, selfies will appear here. So in other words, it's got this little block here. So as you're doing all these little things in between that we're going to show you, you're going to see the evidence sort of popping up over here. Okay, so the first one. As the app continues to run, it's going to pop up and it's going to say, attention, take a picture of your ID photo, for example. Then you're going to quickly hit continue. You're going to take a picture of your ID, and then you're just going to leave the app. Not close it, just put it back and then carry on with your exam. Later on, it'll go ping. It will say, okay, take a selfie now. And you quickly do a selfie, click continue, continue again. So, and then once you see the app, you'll actually see it's taken the pictures over here. All right. Then right at the end of the app, all right, it's going to say to you, remember, it's only 8 minutes, so it's really quick. It's going to say to you, now you need to upload a script. Okay, you click on OK. Before you start, make sure the room, there we go, there's the lighting again. Make sure your camera is working as best as possible. And keep it still, guys. We don't need blurry images. Trust me, you can take a lot of pictures in like a minute. It's very quick to do, and the quality is very good. So then you put your document, you quickly zap it, and you keep taking all the pictures. Right, and once it's done, you'll see there's a done option, all right, or a next option. Next means take another picture of another thing, another page, or done will say then you've finished. Then the nice thing is the app itself is going to take all the screen grabs and it's going to save it as a PDF for you. How nice is that? Right, and then you just click on the upload button and you say yes, it will just confirm. All right, so twice, do you want to upload this? You say yes, and then even then gives you a reference number, which we do suggest you keep and save. All right, then it's done the uploading. And you'll see, guys, when you do that demo, it will go very quickly. And then you'll be able to do it. If you're using a laptop and you're writing your answers there, take screen grabs of the laptop screen. So you'll use the app to take a picture of the screen. This is why the demo is so important, because if you go and do it, then you'll get a good feel for how it works, and then you'll be super comfortable when your exam is here. Okay, the demo exam is critical if you're going to use the Invigilator app. Then once you've done, you'll see this is the awesome part. It says share PDF, because remember, you still need to upload your answers on myUnisa, or at least the myExams platform. So then you can share the PDF, you can basically WhatsApp it, you can email it to yourself, and then maybe go and upload that onto the myExams platform. So just to show you guys, so there it'll send you the script in terms of an email. So there it is. You can download it to your device and then quickly go upload it where you downloaded the exam paper. Because remember, on myExams, you're going to download your question paper, do the exam, and then at the end, upload your script. So this is the second place you're uploading your script. Invigilator app, you upload it. It does it automatically with your screen grabs. You can share the PDF, send it to yourself as an email. That's great. Then you can simply just download the attachment and upload it onto myExams. Go and practice this. You'll see that it's actually very easy to do. Done it 3 or 4 times, it becomes super easy. So that's the second place you need to upload it. Okay, so that's very important, guys. Also take note with the time scales that they give you. You must please go read this from your lectures, and sure it's in your exam timetable and all over the show. So make sure you are very clear with the timing. So 15 minutes before your exam, you can go open the exam site, you can download your question paper, you can start the Invigilating app, because remember the QR code will be there. Then 30 minutes after the start, you cannot start the Invigilating app anymore. That means you've run out of time and you automatically then would not be able to continue with the exam. At the end of the exam, you've got 10 minutes from the endpoint, 10 minutes to upload on the Invigilating app, but then you've actually got 30 minutes from the end of the exam, that is, to upload on myExams. So this one you need to do first, because it's actually quite quick to do. Then straight after that, you do the myExams one. All right, so if you're finished after the due time, start upload on Invigilating app and then submit on myExams. So that's what we're basically telling you right over here. Please take note, guys, that this time is only for the uploading of your scripts. Don't use this time as part of the exam time, because if you fail to do this, well, then it's going to be very difficult because you have not completed the exam then on time. So just take note that you only use the during part for your actual exam. You're just going to have to be super disciplined. And when you get to the end, quickly do these processes that you can be finished. Okay, so please just take note of this slide. It's very, very important. It is on our course site as well. Check your exam timetable. Check the instructions from the lecturer. Make sure that you guys are comfortable with this process. Yep, here we go again. Technical support, guys. There it is, 073-505-8273. So only for technical issues. All right, then you can WhatsApp these guys and get hold of them that way. I will show you the other exam support that is available that I will show you in the third part of our program for this morning. All right, so now just to show you guys before we get into Iris, we do have a video for the Invigilating app. So you'll see there it is. So just under Moodle proctoring, this is the Invigilating app. So each proctoring tool has its own page with information on. All right, so if I scroll down, you'll see basically all the information I've told you guys. There it is. There's the store. And here's basically the video that just shows you a demo. Okay, so there we go. This is from the Invigilating app team. So we've just put this video in for you guys, so you can actually go and watch the whole process I've showed you, but in terms of a demonstration, because we do understand at this point you might not have the license yet if you're going to be using this tool, because your exam might be too far away. But at least if you run through this video, guys, you will have a nice practical experience of, okay, this is what I can expect. But as soon as that license is arriving, please go do the demo test. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Trust me, by the end of the few times, you will be super good with it, and it'll be very easy for you to follow through. All right, and of course, just like with everything else, we also do have the demo that you can actually go and try out, exactly like Erica's actually explaining in that video as well. So you'll just open the site. You'll see we're giving you the QR code. So we're basically trying to simulate exactly what you would actually do during the exam. You'll see it's also, again, its own separate course. And then you'll basically go and practice the take-home exam. So yes, okay, so this one I know, depending if you've got the license or not, if you're going to use it or not, it's totally up to you. But you do need to actually just make sure you go and practice this, guys. And there's the QR code that I was talking about. Okay, so good go. Let's continue. I know time is ticking. All right, so that's the second proctoring tool. The third one we're going to look at is called Iris. Now remember, this is only for CSET students and the CTA students. It only runs, now this is the opposite Invigilating app, because this one only runs on your laptop or your desktop. It does not run on a smartphone. It does, you can use the Chrome browser extension or Edge. It also works fine. and it does have its own setup that you need to follow. Great, so this one I'm going to show you quickly. Let's go see how this one works. So, wow, so many things open. Okay, let me quickly open Google Chrome. Right, but let me go to the page. Let me not confuse myself quickly. Let me go back to the page. Not sure why people need to phone me. All right, let me just see if I can get back to the page. Oh, come on, open already. Okay, now with Iris, guys, it's just an extension of the browser that you're going to install. So it's not an app or anything in terms of a huge download. It's just going to be an extension. So it's a very small little program that actually runs with your browser itself. So here we go. So I'm just going to quickly get back to the page. Okay, so let's go back to, now we're going to go to the third one, which is in Iris Invigilating. Okay, so with Iris, guys, I know a lot of questions always comes in, how do I get to the right one? Because there are different plugins that you can find on the internet. So on the Iris page, we make it nice and easy for you. We go to the official Iris website. You click on it. There are the plugins that you're going to install. There is the instructions as well from Windows and Mac users. So there at least you've got something there, Mac users. And then you can go read through here everything that you might need to know. And I've got a nice FAQ that you can work through as well. Right, so I'm going to use Google Chrome because that's the browser I'm using. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Google Chrome. Give it a few seconds. The web page will open. The very first time, it's going to say to me, add to Chrome. And I'm going to say, yes, that's the right one. You can see the icon, perfect. And there it is. It's just an extension. So I'm just going to say add extension. Okay, it'll download. It's very small, but it just shows you how slow the internet here is. Give it a few seconds. Okay, and there we go. So I know a lot of students say, if I've downloaded it before, do I need to reinstall it? Well, yes, maybe it's a good idea. Just remove and then add again. That also can work. Right, then you're just going to click on this little puzzle piece, right? It looks something like that. And then you'll see there's a little pin option over there. So why I do that is because I just want to see that it's there and it's available. Okay. Right, so how does Iris work? Now I've installed it. That's basically all I need to do, just to install it like that. Then I go back to my page and I'm just going to go down and I'm going to open the Iris mock exam. So this one works a little bit differently because it's going to need to set itself up. Now, once I open the mock exam, all right, again, you're going to just need to do a quick self-enroll. Just click on a little button and then you'll be at STU 203. And you see it's only for Iris. Then I'm going to go and open the actual exam file upload. Give it a few seconds. All right, and now you would notice immediately, right, Iris is popping up. So once I open that exam page, immediately it detects it needs Iris, and now I need to start up the Iris extension. So I do need to say, well, I want to open your camera, and I'll say allow this while visiting the site. So that's fine, you can do that. There I am again. And then it says I want to use your microphone. You can use the same option. And then, of course, you've got this as well. Now, this user agreement is actually very important. You do need to agree to terms and conditions. That one we stuck with. The second one, guys, you don't need to tick it because here it's talking about research and product information or improvement. So this one we say, no, don't need to tick that one. Leave it alone because that's not what you're doing here. You want to use this only for the exams. So then you can say continue. Now with Iris, what it's going to do, it's going to do its own setup quickly. So the first thing it's going to do is which webcam are you using? Okay, it's already picked it up because there I am. Great, then I can say next. Then it's going to try pick up which microphones do I have. I've got too many apparently. I'm just going to use the top one. Realtek should be this one. Good, there it picks it up. There it is. It's really confirming. You've got the one that's working. Next. Then type in your details. Great stuff. Next. Student number. Good grief. Oh, gotta remember it. Next. Take a picture. Your ID card. So I zap it. Now here's the fun part. Okay, I don't have my ID card with me. I'm pretending this one is my ID card. Okay, so there it confirms the picture. You see that? So if it doesn't come up well, or you may be too far away, I just got to play around a little bit. Again, this is why you do the demos, guys. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Then I can say next. I'm pretending that's my ID card. Then it wants me to scan the room I'm in. So I can say start scan. So now you got to pick up your laptop and move it around a bit. Okay, I didn't do it too much. The room's a bit of a mess. All right, then I can say, well, I scanned my room. Stop the scan. All right, then I can say next. Then this is a tricky one, this one, because now it says you need to share your screen, right? So this is where you must be very careful with your clicking. And it says there's the share button. So now this little window here that you're seeing is just a pop-up to tell you what you should be doing. You're not actually doing it yet. It just says, this is what you need to do. You need to click on the screen and then the share button will become available. Okay, let's see how that works. Share the screen, click on the screen, then the share button becomes available. Do you see that, guys? That's a little bit of a trick with this one. Then I click on share and then it says done. So the first time you click on it, it sort of gives you the instruction how to do it. Then once you say, okay, I understand, then you must do it again and then actually go and do the instruction that it can do. Then you'll see next becomes available. So go practice this one. Right, then it says start assessment. Okay, so now I say, yes, all right, let's start the assessment. Now it says to me, I hope you guys heard that, recording has started. Okay, great. You shouldn't be typing in any passwords and anything like that, because if that pops up, that means something was not set up correctly. All right, then you can just let it do its thing. All right, so you continue, you just open now. What I will do is I'll go back to my browser, because remember, it's recording me and recording what I'm doing on my screen. And then I will then go and do this, the take-home exam. So I'll go download the exam. Here it is. I download it quickly. All right, this is my practice exam. There I open it. Now I start typing up my answers. All right, I answer all the questions. Right, and then when I'm finished, then I go back to this little guy. And then I'm going to say finish recording. So that means you would have gone and uploaded your answer again on myExams. Because remember, now using a laptop, so you type up your answer, go upload your PDF there, then you come and finish the recording over here. Okay, so this will be the last thing you do in this case. And then it'll pop up this big thing saying, are you sure? I don't know if you guys will be seeing that. Are you sure? Do you want to continue to end the exam? And I'm just going to say yes. But remember, guys, yes, thank you for that. So now it's actually talking to me. I don't know if you guys can hear that. All right, so then just make sure that this is only for CSET students and CTA students, eh? So you're going to need to go and practice this. This one doesn't need a license, so you can do it as many times as you want. You can do it today if indeed this is the one you're going to do. And you'll see it goes through this whole process of uploading the information. So it shouldn't take too long. You do need to have internet, obviously, but it's actually not too bad. But check your My Life email as well, because sometimes if it doesn't complete, you might get an email. So immediately saying just click on force to complete the upload itself. Okay, so that looks good. Looks like everything looked well there. So let me just click on this button. Right, and then you can actually see file load completed, and there's nothing else that I need to do. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. So just make sure once you get to this page, just click up on manage uploads, just for peace of mind. Click on it and see if there's anything here that you still need to click on. But as you can see, everything's gone through. You kind of just need to practice with these things, guys, because that's the only way you're going to get comfortable. Here is the support page as well for Iris. it will open up a page, and then there we go. So here's all the information that you would like to see. There's a video and all sorts of things there. All right, and again, they've got a nice database of issues. But there we go. So in a nutshell, that is how Iris will work. It's just a plugin, and it's kind of quick to do. I can't stress enough the doing of the practicals, because that will answer all the questions that you guys are having. Speaking of which, are you aware that we are going to be having a blast session coming up? You guys might be asking, what on earth is a blast session, David? Let me quickly open the program for you. What we would really want you guys to do is to go and practice these things, all right? And then when we have our blast sessions, let me zoom in a little bit. So today's just a general training session where we show you the tools. And you'll see we've got a few more dates that are coming up, so you can join us again if you just want to. But on next Saturday, actually, it's next Saturday, the 17th, we're having a blast session where you guys then can come and ask us questions. We open the mics, you can share your screens. We have a different way of actually doing it. So we don't do training as such. That's a problem solving or a question solving scenario. So you can come ask us questions or say, this is what's happening, what could be the problem, and we try and help you with all those issues as well. So just take note, next Saturday, same time, just use this link over here, and then you can come join us for the blast session. Then you can come ask us the questions that you have, or where you're getting stuck, or if you just need clarity. Okay, so just take note of that as well. So those are the proctoring tools, guys. 3 of them. You're not going to do all of them, but once you know which ones you need to do and you've got access, go and practice it, make it easier for yourself. Right, so that's the end of the first section. Unfortunately, I'm the only presenter today. Well, it's okay. So normally the colleagues will be jumping between each other, so I'm just going to continue. Okay, so that's how you prepare for your exams, guys. It is absolutely important that you get on the website, you access that information, work through it all, and then get yourself ready for the exams. We're not going to do questions now today, unfortunately. You can put in the chat. I'll try and get there. Dr. Chetty and myself, we'll try and get to your questions there as well and try and answer what we can. Okay, now here comes the next step. So step 1, you've prepared, you've done the demo, you've tested out your device, you are super comfortable. You've, of course, gone and studied, made sure you know your work. Now comes the day of the exam. What are you going to do? Right, first thing, accessing your exam. Where do I access my exam? Very importantly, on the myUNISA webpage, there is a link specifically for myExams. Easiest way to get there. You click on it, and then it will open up the portal, and then you'll see the dates and the exams itself. So we can actually go check that out now in a second. So just to show you, this is how it looks. So on myUNISA, you'll see myExams right over there. You click on it, it'll open something like this. You'll see the dates are listed, but it's only today and 4 days in the future. All right. If today was the day, you click on it, you'll see the modules will be listed for that day. You click on whichever module you're doing, it's going to want you to log in exactly the same way as you log in with myLife and myUNISA and Adolf. Same login procedure. Type in your email address, take note, it's student number at mylife.unisa.ac.za. By now you should know that. Type in your secret password, click on, well, if it's your device, you can say yes, that's fine. If it's not your device, say no. Right, then of course you've got the 2-factor authentication. By now you guys should have this set up. You've been doing myUNISA and all your assignments, so it should definitely be set up by now. So if you are having any problems with this, please go to your nearest computer lab campus. It's computer lab. You speak to the digital learning advisor, whoever's on duty. They will be able to assist you. If you can't get to a campus, just check the contact list and see which contact email address, because normally all computer labs have got email addresses that you can email directly. If you still don't come right, you can email me and I'll see how I can help you as well. The email address is coming at the end. All right, so just make sure your 2-factor authentication is sorted out as well. Another one that you type in the PIN or you go to the app or whatever. But as I said, it's the same way that you would have done it already with myUnisa. Once you get in, it looks very similar to my modules. The only difference is when you click on my exams, you should see your module appearing over there. You can do this already, I'm sure, guys. And then, of course, you will see the exam will be listed, but not accessible. It will only be accessible based on the date and the time that will be displayed on the screen. Okay, but this is important because you need to be able to get here to see exactly what you'll be doing. All right. Then there are 3 different scenarios you got. Multiple choice questions. Okay, so those are the same type of things you've been doing through the semester. The Invigilating app, and well, normally it's the Moodle proctoring, they use that one for MCQs. Take home, it tends to only be the Invigilating app, so that's the one we looked at earlier. So those are the 2 type of assessments you can expect. The one that you type up or write down, take a picture, or the one that you simply just answer on your screen, which is probably the easiest one, multiple choice. The third one, and we get lots of emails about this, what does it mean when it says module arrangement? That means you're not going to do MCQ or take home. You need to go quickly check on myUnisa, go check your announcements, and go see what the lecturer has told you. Either your module is continuous assessment, or you've got a portfolio to submit. So that instruction would be sitting there already. Also go check out your tutorial letters to make sure that you know exactly what's expected from you, because the information is definitely there. So just take note of module arrangement. Academic integrity, guys. We did speak about this a little bit briefly in the beginning. Why is it so important? Because you must remember one thing. When you're studying, right, the end game is for you to get employment wherever in the world. So if we have assessments that are easily bypassed and people can cheat and copy and whatnot, that means the institution then becomes under the spotlight for providing Mickey Mouse qualifications. And that's a huge concern because a lot of us have put a lot of time and effort to study and to make sure that we've done the right things. So academic integrity is absolutely critical for all of us to adhere to, so that when we walk out there and say, I've got a qualification from UNISA, people know what you've done there counts and matters. So that's why it's so important. There is a course that you guys will probably all link to, okay, on the MOOC platform, I do believe. So if you've still got any queries or questions, there is the official contact for that module. It's called My Module 22 at UNISA, and you can email them there, because unfortunately that's the only way you'll get support for that module itself. All right, so that's the second part, guys. Getting to writing the exams. Now the next part is, which is also quite critical, is how do I get support? Okay, today you're attending this workshop, right? Excellent, the right place to be. You've got access to all the information now, right? The most important thing is the links that I've shared, and I'll share again with you because everything is there. Finding support. So today's workshop, we showed you the tools. Very importantly, you're going to know now where to access. You're going to work through it. You can probably do it over this weekend already. It would be not that long. And then you can go practice. But if you still need support, where can you get that support? Depending where you're living, there are normally UNISA campuses all over the country. You can easily go and find the campus that's closest to you. How do I get the contact information? Right, let's quickly go back to my UNISA. I just want to close all these pages because now I've got a million pages open. So if you go to UNISA and my UNISA specifically, you will see there's inquiries little button right over here on the right hand side. Inquiries. If you click on it, then you'll see. So you've got the SESE guys. They can also assist. Then if you scroll down, you'll see all the different contact numbers and email addresses for all the departments, exams, admissions, you name it, it's all there. Finance, those guys that are always asking about finance questions, there we go. There's the college, guys. So if you've got college specific questions, there they are. There's the contact numbers as well as the email addresses. But the one that I wanted to show you in this link is the regional centers. This is the guys that are based all over the country. even in Ethiopia, where can I get help? For example, Eastern Cape, there is a computer lab in the East London, and there's the email address. There's the contact number. So if you go through this list, guys, go see which campus is closest to you. You can contact them this way. For example, yes, Polokwane, you can say Polokwane at UNISA. There are colleagues that respond to that email. Western Cape, Ethiopia even, there we go. And then of course we've got the SCSC. So if you're still not getting the support, there are the contact details for the colleagues there. So this is also critical for your studies, not just for exams. This is the official place where you can get all the right contact details. Please don't email, like, for example, whatever the query is, and you go and email like 500 emails in one email. Just send one email to one mailbox, please. Otherwise, it might not even get answered by anybody because everybody thinks everybody else will answer it for you. So please take note of that. Send one email per mailbox, please. All right, so that's important. So as you can see, this information, very, very important. And I always stress this to students that a lot of the stuff that you don't know, it's actually right there. Don't be stressed. Just remember, I'm going to share it again because I see the stress sign there. I know you are stressed and it's your first time and being online, all right? But this information that I'm sharing now with you, this is where you're going to start. Start with this course and work through the lessons. It will definitely help you understand the whole process that's going to happen. It's your first time, it's perfectly normal to feel stressed, guys. Absolutely not a problem. But just remember these links I've shared. While we are going to have quite a few of these sessions almost every second day, but trust me, you'll be fine if you work through this material. You're not alone, guys. We're here to help you. So regional support, there we go. They're also offering training. I see all sorts of things on Facebook. So go join those sessions as well if it's face-to-face and you feel like just having that human contact. The Student Contact Support Center, there are the email addresses. It's actually the same information that's already on that page I just shared with you. Okay, but there we go again. Yeah, don't use Facebook and Twitter and things like that, guys, because that's not official channels where we actually have support for you. I know there's a lot of WhatsApp groups and things like that. Just use the details I've given you because that's the official details for the exam. Now, this one is also very important. Where you see the exams, and I'm going to show you this again, there's an exam contact details. This is the live support during your exam. How do I get to this? Okay, let's quickly have a look. So I'm going to go to my UNISA. All right. So it's like I'm going to write an exam now. I go to my exams. See, there's all the dates. Okay, now I see it's 7 days in the future, not just the 5. Let's see, is there anybody writing next week? Ah, there we go. You see, guys, so if you're writing on any of these dates, click on the date, click on the module, and then you'll be able to log in already. Okay, so this system is already open for you to go check. Because remember, this is where you're going to get the exam questions. Okay, good. Oh, there, that one's even telling you Iris. Okay, good. Vigilating app, good. So some of the modules already has the tool there, just in case you were wondering. Remember, we did show you the proctoring tool. But the important part I wanted to show you on this page is there is the exam contact details. Remember, now you're in the exam or starting the exam, you've got a problem. How do I get a quick solution? Emailing me is not going to help, unfortunately, guys. These are the guys that are going to help you. So if I click on this little page, this one you must also keep close to you. You'll see they've got all the contact information, but for the colleges, so please note which college do you belong to. You can email them. There's also a contact number. But in case it's engaged, just send the email because there's a lot more people working on the mailbox. So for each college, you'll see they've got their own mailbox and own supervisor. If you have any problems, guys, always take a screenshot, include the date and time so that you've got evidence that you can email them immediately. and say I did the exam, all of a sudden I had this weird error that crashed the whole system. It shouldn't happen. I'm just being dramatic now and telling you. So make sure that you are able to have that evidence and quickly contact these guys as soon as possible. All right, and then hopefully they'll be able to assist you very, very quickly. So there is the mailbox for proctoring inquiries, guys. So there are all the different, like turn it in. There it is. You guys can contact this email address. There are colleagues there that can assist you. There's for assignments. There's also for exam-related queries. So this one, very important when you are ready in that exam session or before the session, or maybe at the end of the session. This is definitely the right people to contact. Okay, so you'll see it's nice and easy to remember because it's where the exam dates are. Right. Okay, so that's why I'm highlighting this for you. If you are a student with a disability or special need, just take note there are different sort of rules that apply to you. So if you need more information about this, please do contact these two email addresses here. All right, because there are different processes to follow and you might not need to do proctoring depending on what the special need is or the disability is. Okay, so please, I know you'd need to be a little bit brave to declare this type of thing, but it is for your benefit. So please do make use of these services as well. We do have Lawazi, our online assistant. Okay, the only unfortunate part is our dearest Lawazi. We're waiting for ICT to give us more tokens because unfortunately we've run out. But hopefully this week coming, we have bothered them again yesterday to try and get our licenses quickly. So this little robot that you're seeing here is Lawazi. I think Richard might have taken it offline, or is it now offline? Oh dear. Okay, I think we've taken it offline because we've run out of tokens and it won't work, in other words. So we will try and get that back and up and running. It's just a little chatbot that you can interact with. Anything about exams or counseling, it can actually answer the questions for you. But I think hopefully by Tuesday we can demonstrate this again once it's back up and running again, because currently it ran out to respond to you, and that's just frustrating. So yeah, so that's why it's currently offline. But yeah, so once Lawazi is back, we'll definitely demonstrate it for you as well. In the links I've given you, please take note there is a course evaluation that you must please complete, but do this once you've completed the entire course on the Adolf platform, just to make sure that we can further help you, engage you, understand where you're still struggling or what you're finding useful for yourself. We can really appreciate that as well. Unfortunately, there were no winners. You're all winners today. So just to show you guys, if you maybe did join a little bit late, how do I get to this website? So you go to adolf.unisa.ac.za. Right, it'll pop up like this. Then you'll see all the different courses we have available. These are 100% free, open to students, open to the public as well. You're most welcome to engage them. But of course, we're looking at exams. So just look for this little guy with this beautiful lady over here. Click on my exams. It'll want you to log in the same way you log into my modules. And you might just need to click on the enroll button the very first time. But once you're in, especially those guys that are feeling stressed or lost, this is the place you're going to start. Okay, so once you get to this page, it'll welcome you. There's a nice video to say welcome and good luck with your exams. And then you can tackle the first session. So you just click on it, the orientation. So it's just got a bit of what you're going to be covering. This won't take you more than 2 hours to get through. There we go, 2 hours. Do the pre-course assessment because that will help us understand where you're at currently. And then right at the end of the course is a post-course assessment to tell us how did you feel? How do you feel now? Then you're going to start here, steps to access your exam. Right, so then you're going to go, okay, how do I do this? And you're going to work through these lessons, guys, one by one by one by one. And it'll guide you, it'll have videos, and we tell you exactly how everything works. So if you work through this, come back again on Tuesday evening or next Saturday. If you have questions for us to where you really feel like, wait, how do I do this? Or where am I getting stuck? Or anything like that, then come back and ask us questions next week. I'm sure Tuesday we'll have a lot more colleagues back again, so we'll be able to answer some of the questions in the chat, I'm sure, as well. I hope, I'll try and answer the questions if there are still questions unanswered there. All right, so there we go. So there's videos, there's steps, you work through it step by step by step. How to upload my profile pic, you go and do it. How do I check which tools do I need to go and practice? There's the proctoring tool, the lookup tool. Then once I know which ones I need to go practice, then I can come practice them until I'm right. Then of course you can also see the other information we're giving you. There's all the mock exams. Oh, okay, they're built in now. And of course there are the recordings and things like that as well. The recordings, guys, just for interest's sake, it is on our YouTube channel. If you do a quick look up with Adolf, you'll be able to find our YouTube channel very easily. So there it is, currently live. Can hear myself speaking to myself. So there we go. So there we go. So please go have a look at the channel, like and subscribe to it. It is free, and you'll see all the information that we share and all the other type of things that we get up to at UNISA, like AI Skills Hackathon. We did very well there, our students, and there's a lot of fun things that you can actually go and see. But click on live events to see what's happening. It's always good to see the different types of things. So there we go. Those students did the Invigilating app for FAC, so there we had workshops there as well. So it's a good place just to see what's happening, lots of videos, but for your exams, guys, this is the place to be. Start here, work through the information, and definitely come back again and ask us questions if you've got any questions. So that's it from me. I see we've managed to cap it at 90 minutes, quite a session today. So I'm going to hand back to Dr. Chetty just to round up for this morning.
Thank you so much, David, for this excellent session. I know you pulled a marathon with a single person doing it, and this is not normal for us, so really appreciate it. To all our students, you know, there's about three different things that I'm seeing emerging. Firstly, technology phobia. Many of you are scared of the platforms. Secondly, anxiety and stress. If you take these three things and get into the examinations, you're going to struggle. And this is why you need to, the moment you think of anxiety, think of panic and stress, take those words and throw it out of your mind. You cannot enter the examination anxious, stressing, and panicking. That's going to be a disadvantage for you. And this is why these sessions are so important. We want you to get the best out of these sessions so that you get into the exams and you're not stressing and you're not panicking and you don't have that anxiety. So I encourage you to join the other sessions that we are having. Go on to the platform, try the mock exams, and come back to the other sessions. For those of you that are going to be writing next week, Saturday, make sure that you are here in the sessions in the course of the week. For those of you that struggle and still have some time, join the practical session next week. We will answer your questions. And remember that the more you practice, the better you get to know the platforms. But please don't stress, don't be anxious, don't start panicking, because that's going to work against you. We are here to help you, and that's what the sessions are all about. So that said, we wish you all the best as you prepare for the examinations, and we look forward to seeing you succeed. We know you will succeed. And then we will celebrate your success as well. With that said, thank you so much, David, and we wish all the students a restful afternoon and morning and weekend as well. Thanks.
Thanks, Denzel, and all the best, guys. See you soon. Join us next week, Saturday, if you've got those questions that you want to ask us. Hey, all the best for your exams. Bye.